Alrighty, here we go. Gonna do a little late night mixing here. This will be a little different. I'm gonna be working on some rap music for Big Banks. And Kit's here. Harry Stark is here.
Hello, hello.
And what the heck is this popping up on my screen? Oh, there, it went away. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna, and I will answer some questions tonight. This isn't necessarily fly. I do have a lot of work to do, but I will answer some questions here and there if it's cool, you know, if it's a good question. Yeah. And I got something that I got in the mail today I might show. It's kind of cool. Actually, kind of surprising, but I'll get to that later. Right now, I'm just going to start mixing from scratch. I hope Big Banks... Hey, Kit, did you let him know?
I did.
I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes, I did.
Did you text him?
Yes.
Okay.
And they said thank you.
All right. Well, hopefully he's watching and he can tell me what the hell he thinks of the work I'm doing. Hopefully he likes it. But yeah, I'm just literally starting from scratch here. Right from the very beginning here. And, oh, do I have all this set up? I got all that. Okay, studio's kind of a mess, too, because I'm actually working on a video, and so it's kind of crazy. Here we go. All right. Let me turn off... Oh, I got to bring all these vocals over here, I think. That's all that is going to go over here. I'm going to mute all that. Whoa, that's kind of loud. Jesus. Oh my. Let's bring all that down. I've got to deal with this in-out, but it's a weird thing about working on other people's stuff. You end up importing all of their...
Whoa, what just happened?
What?
Sky Raid?
Sky Raid?
A whole bunch of folks just jumped in with us.
All right. Well, folks, you came at a very interesting time. I'm modifying my dang... there's something weird going on with this mix here. Yeah, I'm just mixing tonight, but it's kind of a bit of a mess. I'm cleaning up some stuff. I literally just started. Boom.
Hello,
yeah, I'm just setting up a mix literally from scratch. I pulled it up like five minutes ago. So that's all I'm doing right here. Just routing signals and getting us started on this thing.
Welcome, all of y'all in chat. Big crowd just popped in YouTube. Tonight's just kind of a chill night. Billy is mixing for a client, and he's got somebody that, you know, Billy's kind of finishing up here. He's actually just getting started on the mix. We'll see how far he can get tonight. He will pause occasionally for questions. If you think of something you'd like to know, you can throw that up. Mostly these mixing streams are so that we can watch and observe and get a feel for how Billy does this. I have no idea what a Sky Raid is, but we're really glad to have y'all. I'm Kit. Billy can't hear me right now. I can switch over occasionally so he can hear me. If you have any questions for me, you can throw them in chat. Myself and Harry Stark are here kind of keeping an eye on things and getting going. Just remember, y'all, keep it cool, keep it chill, no negative comments. That's not what we're here for. Keep your backseat producing to a minimum. And we hope you really enjoy your time here. Hanging out in the studio.
A bunch of people just popped in here. A lot of times I'm doing these live streams and like these kind of streams. Sometimes I'm not talking. It's just like fly on the wall. But I will take questions tonight because I am in a mood to talk. I need to vent, I guess. I don't know. But hey, if anybody's got any questions, let me know. I'm just working on a mix here. Thanks so much for giving us a raid and all that. And, I see Sky. I see Kenny. I see Edge. God, I can't read, Kit. What a setup. Oh, yeah, check it out. This is actually a mess right now. I'm working on a YouTube video. I'm actually working on a studio tour video because I've got this room. I've got a room over here that's kind of like I can do drums, but I can also, it's kind of an entryway. It's just an extra room. I've got an amp. I've got a vocal booth in there. I've got a amp room in there. And then upstairs, I have a big drum room, which used to be my living room, which is still kind of the living room. But I'm actually making a video that's going into a lot of detail about the studio. Not like a typical studio tour video where they kind of look at, I'm literally showing, I spent 2 days just talking about this room in here. There is a bunch of stuff in there. I'm a little obsessive about it, but I'm going to be showing every single piece of gear that I've got in here because I've got like, I've got, you can't really, lighting's not so great right now, but I'll be showing all my mic pre's and I'll be showing everything. Right now, it's a mess, man. It's a freaking mess in here. I'll be showing all my instruments, so keep an eye out for that. And do I have any? Kit, I would say.
I was just sitting here thinking videos to recommend
well,
to
I
new
think,
viewers.
was it all worth it or was it a waste of time?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's
Here,
a video.
I'll throw up a link.
And that's actually a good video. That's actually putting this board in here, and it kind of talks about the evolution of the studio. This is in my house, and I've had another studio because I had a home studio in Cross, and I did a lot of hit records from there, pretty big records. And then I moved out.
Hey, babe, don't forget you keep moving away from
Yeah,
the mic. Yeah.
and this was more or less supposed to be just like an extra studio for editing, so I didn't have to drive into work. And then I ended up working here. So it's like taking over the house. And I've been moving stuff out of the other studio to here. Basically, everything's here now except for some speakers. I go down there and mix sometimes. But that would be a good video.
So I threw up a link in chat. Hey, over on Twitch, thank you for the follow. The King Banks show. Oh, Banks.
Oh, Banks. Hey, Banks. Yeah, so the guy whose song I'm mixing, this is actually paid work right here, and he's a great client. It's a really cool dude.
We love Banks.
Yeah, and so I'm working on a mix for him right now. I just literally started it up. It's not going to get done tonight because I'm starting really late. I'm probably going to work like a couple hours on it, and then I got to get some sleep because I've been working on a video for like 12 hours already. But since Banks seems very eager, and I like him a lot, plus he paid in full in advance, which puts you at the top of the list.
That's right.
I'm getting started on it tonight. But I will take some questions if anybody wants to know anything about. Oh yeah, they're saying they like the skeleton. I forgot the skeleton is even in here. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. And I'm going to show something special in a little while that I got in the mail today. It was a bit of a surprise. I'm still trying to like wrap my head around the whole thing. But
cool.
Anyway, I'm gonna mix a little bit here. Kit, just if there's any questions, just let me know.
Will do.
I gotta. It's weird when you bring in a session from a client. It's almost like a one night stand in a way. Like things come in that you don't really need, and I know I could be using like more, like templates and all that, but it doesn't work for me. But I'm having a problem like finding where my stuff is at. All my Oh, here we go. Here we go. I want to put all these at the top because I can't find my normal routing here. I'll clean this up a little bit later. But this is weird. It like brought in a bunch of other stuff that I'm not used to seeing. I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff. Oh,
That depends.
It's kind of freaking me out. Like, what is all this stuff in here
and
for?
Billy takes very few client mixes right
Wow.
now.
Like since we started talking, like now you've got like your own bus routing and all that here. This is impressive. It just showed up in here though. That's the thing, and I hadn't figured out how to import this stuff without bringing all this stuff in. Oh my God! It's
Well,
kind
you
of a
didn't
mess,
lose
though.
my audio.
It's not your
I just
fault, Banks.
I
It's
just
actually
stopped talking.
probably there's this thing called a manual, and that if I read it, it would probably explain this a little bit better. But I think this is. I'm gonna get rid of that. I label all this stuff a little bit differently.
Can y'all hear Billy?
I can get
fine?
rid of that. I think this is good. Okay, now, so now I got a route. So I do a submaster. I've got a master for my vocals and my master for the instruments. And then those go into a separate master. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. This is probably the least amount of tracks I've mixed because other people, if you've watched any of my other mixing streams, I've got songs with like 120 tracks on them and stuff like this. This is refreshingly simple and to the point.
So yeah, Gat, if you wanted a quote, you can hit us up and contact Billy Hume. But yeah, he's not taking on a lot of new mix work right now. I do, Spy Guy. I have craft projects. I'm not really expecting to work on any right now, but I guess I could.
Ready.
Yes, the King
Myself
Banks
some
show.
headroom there. Oh, also, I don't like looking at all this extra stuff. Hold on, let me clean up my view
Big
here.
Banks.
I just want to see. I don't want to see my sends on this page. I only want to see one thing of inserts. That's cool. I don't need all this other stuff here.
For those of you that don't know,
okay, I don't need to see.
we
the
simul
universe.
stream on YouTube and
That
Twitch.
off. I do like to see this, and I like to see this. Okay, this is fine.
Hello, Ferret Fawcett. And Nathan. Let's see. Yes, it looks like Billy is in Pro Tools today. If I'm not mistaken. Justin, I'll make note of your question there and see if I can bring it up.
nice size diamond. But look, there's the uppercut. I money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk. We can do it classy. Money talk. Or we can do it nasty. Money talk. Very special. That's what. But you look ashy. We can do it classy. Or we can do it nasty. They say I'm flat.
Hey, Banks. These vocals here, I see you got them. You got 3 vocals on the hook stacked. Are they all supposed to be? I'm listening to your rough mix. Sounds kind of in mono. I can't really tell if there's one that's supposed to stand out. Are they all supposed to be like equal volume? Is it supposed to be like a crowd? Or is there one that's supposed to be prominent? Yeah, let me know. And
Hey, Justin had a question.
okay.
What's your favorite secret weapon, plugin, or piece of gear for adding depth to a mix?
Depth. I mean, that's a big word. I don't really know. It's kind of one of those things. People will say stuff like depth, or they'll say wide, or I've actually had people say the word slow down, but what they actually mean is for it to get quieter. It's weird. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. I never think about it that way. There's no one plugin that I'm going to put on the mix that's going to give it depth. And you'll see a lot of people that when they're mixing, let me just say this. A lot of people rely on plugins and technology, and I'm using it. I was one of the first people to mix and record music out of anybody I knew in the box on a computer, and one of the first group of people to do it that was getting radio airplay. So I'm been ahead of the curve on a lot of the technical stuff, but at a certain point I realized it's actually more about balancing. I don't have any magic I got favorite plugins. I'm not trying to avoid the issue, but to me, like, the depth is how I'm mixing, like the volumes and how I'm panning things, and it's really a lot of choices, right? And I have a couple theories, general theories. People hear me say this all the time. One is, if I'm working on a sound and I've really nailed a sound of a keyboard, a guitar, a vocal, or whatever, I should be able to turn it way down. If I can turn something way down, it means I got a good sound and I have a lot more control. So a lot of it comes from like how I'm panning things, and also reverb and stuff like that. But there's no one plugin as far as depth is concerned. To me, that's more about how I'm presenting, how I'm going to EQ, and how I'm going to put it out there. Now, I mean, I've got favorite plugins for like limiting and vocals and things like that. But to me, the depth, I think, and a lot of it's in the production too, like, what they give me. But if you could be like a little bit more specific about what that means.
Nathan says that to them, depth is reverb. So I don't know if that's what Justin meant, but
I think of it as low end sometimes too. Also, did Banks ever respond?
no, I haven't seen. Oh, hey Banks, if you're trying to text or message Billy on his phone,
Yeah, my phone's not. I can't
it's really bad tonight. I don't know what's
I would
going
just
on.
call him up, but I don't know what's going on. It's
Hey
like,
Banks, I should be able to get a text if you need to text me, and I'll tell Billy.
yeah, just let me know about the hook. It's the same volume. I mean, I'm probably gonna pan him. No matter what you say, I'm gonna do what the hell.
It's true.
No, but I would like to know. It just sounds like they're all the same level to me.
And then Ferret Fawcett wondered, how different is live mixing from mixing in a studio?
I think it's pretty different. I did live mixing for like less than a year. Way long. I was actually supposed to be in a band. It didn't work out. Because I'm a musician too. I was not trying to be a sound man. And I did it for less than a year, and I hated it. Some people love it, because to me, mixing live is all about like problem solving and dealing with disasters and emergencies and, oh my God. And there's a lot of different techniques, and you also got to. Oh man, it's. I think they're two different worlds. I really, really think they're two completely different worlds. Somebody might disagree with me, and I have friends that are live mixers and they love it. I'm like, y'all crazy. Why would anybody want to do that? I'd rather, I can always like redo things. It's like, hey, let's do another take live. And I get the excitement of live, but man, I wouldn't know. I did it in the 80s. I did some live mixing, and that was it. I was like, I'm done. That's for heroes. That's for very brave heroes. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not putting those guys down, man. I'm saying like those guys are heroes because I couldn't deal with it. I want to be able to say, let's do it again. Wilmer says, oh yeah, you started multi-tracking using 2 Sony cassettes radios. That's what I did. Yeah. All right. What was I doing? Okay, Kit, let me know if Banks responds. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I think should happen.
Okay, cool.
And I briefly listened to this song earlier today, and then I jumped over this. This is all brand new to me.
They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy.
So I'm gonna group. So I'm gonna go group hook main. I'm also kind of wondering, because we're talking on the phone and he's got a bunch of new microphones. I was wondering if it sounds like he's on a Neumann just because it's pretty bright, but I could be wrong. Solos, automation mode. Oh yeah, let me go to the DAW.
They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty.
So, Billy, the first 3 hook vocals are the lead. The 2 hook is the background money talk balance. It is similar to the original.
Yeah, I guess the question. So what you're saying is like, it's just basically like a group vocal. There's not like, oh, one vocal should be really loud, like on hook 1, 2, and 3. I mean, what I heard in the rough mix sounded like they're all the same volume, but I just wanted to make sure that it's like, oh, one vocal's louder and the 2 other are kind of quieter. It seems like more of a group vocal thing to me is how I'm hearing it. I just wanted to double check that. And also, I'm sorry if you can't get in touch with me. My damn phone today, it's driving me freaking insane.
I'm going to have to call
check
the
my
company.
voicemail. I missed a bunch of phone calls in the last couple days. Then my Wi-Fi calling turns off. Then because we're out in the country, so I can't get service a lot of the time, and especially down here because I'm down in this hole. I'm literally pretty much underground here. I'm down in my basement. It's like I am underground, and so that's why I need the Wi-Fi calling, and it's freaking not working today, and it's pissing me off, man. I got things to do. Ooh, I got to turn off shuffle mode here. Let me turn that off.
Big Banks says, do what you think.
That's what I figured. You see, that's why I like Big Banks. He just like, just do your thing, man. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. But like, yeah, like I said, it's kind of a chill night. I will take questions and whatever. Here we go.
They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy.
God dang, Banksy's vocals sound pretty good right off the bat. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if you're using the Neumanns or not. And are you compressing? It looks you could. You might want to. Wasn't sure if you're compressing going in. I do see you might have like. That looks a little. Sorry to like critique your work here on the stream, but I'm just gonna give you some free advice because you're cool. I see like on some of these it looks like you might be redlining going in. Just make sure when you're tracking your vocals that you're doing it in pre-fader metering, and it might be your pre too. I mean, that's not bad. Sometimes I do that shit on purpose, but sometimes I feel like that to me looks not as compression as much as maybe just driving the input a little bit hard. It still sounds good. Yeah, but I wasn't sure if you ever bought a outboard compressor or not. I know you're using the Apollo, so you're probably doing some software compression and stuff like that. You should try that Distressor if you don't have a hardware one.
They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy.
Okay, so I'm going to do for the hook. Okay, and this. Let's go to group vocal. I'm going to do this. Maybe.
They say I'm flashy.
Oh, might help if I ran these to the dang group there. Group vocals.
And yeah, today Billy's working in Pro Tools Studio.
They say I'm flashy.
He often likes to use Ableton
look
Live,
ashy.
but you know,
I
depending
think
on
I'm
the
gonna
project,
do
he'll switch
a
back and forth.
Clip gain reduction here a little bit. Take some pressure off the plugins.
They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy.
Yeah, that's better.
We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could money talk. We could do it classy, money talk. Or we could do it nasty, money talk. They say I'm flashy, money talk. But you look ashy, money talk. We could do it classy, money talk. Or we could do it nasty, money talk. Very special, that's what shorty is to me. Pimpin' never lost a step, the rest is history. They ask how I do it, got. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy.
God, yeah, it's not the rough mix, and this is not synced up. That threw me off. The beat. Hold on, let me go over here.
Keep your head up, so I hold it down. Nigga lost for time, sometimes I feel broken. Need a little ice, cause my hands feel broken. All a few dollars, I had a boy looking proper. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give a girl something nice, a nice size diamond. They're a girl best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's.
Yes, I'm gonna do this. Now it's making me think about something. I'm going to let me turn off. Let's do yeah. Let's do this instead. EQ that stuff so much.
They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy.
Is that synced up right? Or am I just hearing it weird?
They say.
Hold on, let me go back. Beats. 2.
Checks, yeah, we signing. Back in the days, had so many whips, nigga getting colorblind. They say I'm flashy.
Yeah,
Is something
Octopus.
out of sync there? Hold on, let me check it right here.
That's kind of part of the idea of these, working live stream videos that Billy does. It's an opportunity for folks to kind of hang out in the studio and actually watch how it's done. It's something that a lot of people don't get to do in person, so we feel like there's a lot of value in doing it live streaming.
They say I'm flashy. Back in the days, had so many whips, nigga getting colorblind. Puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy.
So stays on the downbeat.
Back in the days, had so many whips, nigga getting colorblind. Puke make me sick. They say I'm.
Okay, so here,
Definition of death. On the same niggas as a goof silk. Swag is old school, like my school. They say I'm flashy. In the days, had so many whips, nigga getting colorblind. They say I'm flashy. You look ash. Days had so many whips, nigga getting colorblind. Puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, but you look ashy.
huh. Hold on. Seems like the hooks are out of sync. I'm going to open up the original session, make sure I didn't move something in here. Something seems a little off to me. Let's see. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's go like this. Let's go. This will do. Oh.
They say I'm flashy. Money talk, but you look ashy.
Oh. I totally know what happened. Hold on. I think it's just the hook. Yep. So I need to... Hold on. Yep. See, I normally have shuffle mode turned off, which is this up. Well, you can't see it because of my... Here, hold on. I normally have this. That is normally turned off. It's like normally like, because that way, if that's on like that, it means that if I delete something, it moves the file. I always keep it turned off and I forget when people, sometimes when people send me stuff. So I had edited the vocals and accidentally moved them. I was like, man, everything seems off. So now I got to import the other. It's fine though. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go. I think it's just those. So I got to re-import those. I was like, that sounds odd. Let's go back to the original. I'll just bring those in. I don't need to. I can link to source. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm going to bring all the hooks. I think it's actually, I just think it's those. I just think it's those 3. So I'm going to add these. Boom. There we go. Let's get rid of this. I was like, what the heck? Boom, boom, boom. All right, shuffle is off. That was like wigging me out. I know I'm tired. It's like, Yeah, because I was like putting fades on and kind of cleaning up this stuff. And since I had shuffle on, it was moving every damn thing. And it's weird that by default that's on. I feel like that should be turned off. Make people go search for it. The other thing is this. Having automation follows edit. I always keep that turned off because I'll do some automation. Then I start moving stuff around. And boy, sometimes that's cool. Sometimes that's a freaking nightmare. All right, here we go. I can get rid of these now. Boom. I can get rid of those. I don't need that. Delete. Let's do that the original.
I'm flashy, but you look ashy.
Okay, here we go.
We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. Very special, this what shorty is to me. People never lost a step, rest is history. The ass have a good, gotta be a mystery. Cause he's so original, gotta be feeling me. Cause imitators could've never. That's what or we could do it nasty. Very special, that's what shorty is to me. People never lost a step, rest is history. The ask how I do it, gotta be a mystery. Cause he's so original, gotta be feeling me. Cause imitators could've never ever reached this her Archie. Killing them every way, how could they mark me? Gold all over, but a nigga ain't Trinidad. Cause I was smart at mines, why you getting mad? Price so high, it'll make your head lost. Say how I lost it, but I ain't losing step. I'm killing these niggas, the definition of death. Still deep thoughts, the definition of depth. Want the same for niggas as I want for myself. Swag is old school, like my school picture. Fake niggas come back, like things we fuck with. Or we could do it nasty. Very special, that's what shorty is to me. Pimpin' never lost a step, breast is history. The ask how I do it, got you already know, yeah. No for doing it big, her nigga gon'
Oh, I see. You've got. All right, so there's a clean version here. I got to make sure that I am not going to box myself in a corner here. Let's see. Clean. All right. So it's more about. Oh, I know how to do it like this. Let's go. I'm going to duplicate this. Boom. All right. And then I'm going to put this one on clean. Because I'm going to do some editing. I want to do some clip gain. Because he's got a couple sections that are kind of loud. Whoops. And I don't want later on, like switching playlists to the clean version. I don't want to be like, oh, damn. So I'm going to actually group them so I can edit them together. So this other one, imagine that. Somebody actually sends me a session. Look at that. With the goddamn clean vocals already figured out. Very nice. That's some thoughtful stuff right there is all I got to say. You'd be surprised. Okay, so then this. So now I can do any kind of editing be with clean. Because there's definitely some clip gain work I want to do. Some parts it's a little loud and the quiet ones. I mean, I could compress all that, but I'd rather do it if I over compress it, not that I'm afraid of compressing, but I'd rather handle it with some volume and let the compressor do the thing I want it to do instead of being lazy and like having to do all the work. Like here, like at the beginning, he's really loud, gets kind of quiet there. I'm going to equal that out just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to turn off the compressors. Oh, hold on, let me do this too. Like I said, this is early in the mix, so it's not like as interesting as it will be later. But this is just kind of the grunt work section of getting through it all. But yeah, so I'm going to turn off the compressors. I'm going to leave the de-essers on. I'm just going to listen to it, kind of figure out. It looks like the median volume is kind of like around here. That's going to be a little over the top there. So now instead of worrying about, am I going to like do it on one and then later on I go, oh, he's got a clean version and I didn't do it. So I'm going to bring those down a little bit.
Big picture.
Actually, I'm going to turn off the cleans. So I'm only hearing one.
Known for doing the big, her nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga tryna jewel up.
Actually, I'm going to do one track at a time. The other thing is,
known for doing the big, her.
Yeah, it's a little quiet right there. So.
Known for doing.
Oh, is there any automation on here? Nope, no automation. Okay.
Known for doing the big, her nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds. Like shining, all they can do is look up.
Yeah, that's all fine. I'm going to bring this up a little bit here.
Known for doing the big, her nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds. Like shining, all they can do is look up.
I'm going to bring this up here. And the thing is, like, once again, you could use a lot of plugins and stuff like that. Me, like when I'm tracking, I compress going in, but before I even get to mix, like when I'm producing, before I even get to mixing and all that, I kind of go and check all this stuff first. There are plugins and tools for this stuff. But I try to do as much as I can just kind of naturally, I've mixed for years using a mixer like this, analog, and I'd literally, for a whole mix, I might have 3 compressors for the whole song. So you had to really work on getting your volumes right and stuff like that instead of just depending on the gear.
It's all shook up. Keep your head up so I hold it down. Yeah, need a little ice. Ice cause my hand. Ice cause my hands feel broken. Call a few dollars and had to.
I'm gonna bring that broken up. But then here it gets quieter.
Feel broken.
There's definitely no automation on anything.
Feel broken. Call a few dollars and had the boy looking proper.
Turn this up here.
Yeah, need a little ice cause my hands feel broken. Call a few dollars and had to.
Bring that few up. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, I'll squash stuff in a compressor sometimes and do some crazy stuff, but he's not like with a rock and roll thing, sometimes it's kind of cool, but he's actually kind of got, he's not like screaming into the mic. So if I compress it, it's going to sound kind of weird.
Need a little ice 'cause my hands
And
feel
y'all, if
broken.
Billy's moving
Call a
around
few
in his
dollars,
chair
had
and
the
his
boy
audio
looking
cuts out for a
proper.
sec, that's because
bring
he's
this
using a
up
broadcasting
here.
mic that when
And sometimes
he,
I'll skip P's and S's. They're going to stand out in the mix anyway. If I can avoid those.
when he moves away
Need a
from the
little
mic,
ice 'cause
sometimes
my
it
hands
cuts his
feel
vocal.
broken. Call a few
So he
dollars,
tries
had
to
the
stay
boy looking proper.
pretty close when he's
Discharged
doing
3
this
times,
sort of
I think
thing.
I need a doctor.
Let me bring this up here.
Need a little.
Let me go to one measure pre-roll there.
Call a few dollars, had the boy looking proper. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor.
It's better. And I'll tweak this as we go. I'm just kind of doing a rough, generalized clip gain here.
That's my best man.
Yeah, I did a project that was more of like a rock thing, and great singer, but her dynamics were insane, and it wasn't recorded well, and I spent so much time doing this stuff. It was like, oh my God. It sounded great in the end, but she's off the mic, and then she'd get off the mic, and oh my God.
That's my best man. Let's see what he find it.
So go what he found. I'll get these up a little bit.
That's my best man. Let's see what he find it. Run this. That's my best man. Let's see what he find it. Run this shit. Big checks, yeah, we sign it.
Yeah, I just bring these up a little bit there.
That's my best man.
That's better. And then now let's go to track 2. I'll do the same here. Also get some fades along the way. This whole thing. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do this. I feel like it's mainly just... Whoops. And that's the other thing. Somebody's asking about depth and all that. It's not just stuff like this. I will do a ton of automation in a mix. You know, like if it's programmed, like the instruments, maybe not so much, but on vocals, even on the program stuff sometimes, but when it comes to vocals, those are so dynamic. They'll be later on, probably not this. These vocals actually sound really, really good. Very clear. He's actually really great sounding vocals as far as the tone's concerned and all that.
Go shopping for diamonds, nigga trying to you.
Okay, I'm going to bring all of that down a little bit. We're at the same volume, right? Yeah.
No for doing it big, her nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga trying to jewel up. Light shining, all they can do is look up. There's the uppercut,
All of that I want to bring up there.
shining, all they can do is look up. There's the uppercut, I got these niggas all shook up. Used to look down and frown, see
Yeah, I just feel like
doing it big, her nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga trying to jewel up. Light shining, all they can do.
I'm going to bring this down just a little bit and this a little bit.
No for doing it big, her nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga trying to jewel up. Light shining, all they can do is look up. There's the uppercut, I got these niggas all shook up. Used to look down and frown, see it in my brows. Heard pop, keep your head up, so I hold it down. Down and frown, see it in my brows. Heard pop, keep your head up, so I hold it down. Nigga lost for time, sometimes I feel broken. Need a little ice, cause my hands feel broken. Call a few dollars, had the boy looking proper. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice and nice.
All of this can come up.
Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond.
Bring this up. But like I said, I will avoid, like right here, he's like,
Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl
you know, he's saying give the G, S's, stuff like that. Those are going to pop out in the mix. So sometimes if I can, I'll, you know, if I'm doing this sort of thing, I won't get the S's and T's and P's. And I'll just boost the, you know, core of the word. That stuff is always going to just jump out in a mix. I mean, no matter what you do, man.
Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's see what he find. 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend, so I ain't mind.
And then stuff like this, like this is very common, like in analog. So you'll hear this right here.
Girl, best friend. Girl, something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend.
That girl, I think he's saying girl there. That
Girl, something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend.
when you're on analog, you didn't get that so much. Tape couldn't respond. It literally was not capable of capturing those transients. In a lot of ways, it smoothed out the
Hey, we're
compression.
losing you when you lean back.
Well, fuck it, man. Maybe I wanted to lean back. No, but what I'm saying is like analog would round that stuff off. It couldn't capture that, right? And with digital, it captures everything, so it sounds a little harsh. So there's a lot of ways. You can put a de-esser on it. I could turn it down, but I tell you what, sometimes it's just this. I'll go like this. I'm going to show you my little trick. I just go like this. I put a very teeny little fade on it, man, and it does the work. You can sit there and mess with, like, oh, I put a de-esser on it. Well, yeah, but if you could put a de-esser on that enough to get it tamed down, it's going to affect everything else, and then you would have to automate it. On the other hand, if you just put a little bit of a fade on it, it's basically going to do, it's kind of in a way emulating tape, just generally speaking, because it's not getting that initial transient so much. I do that all the time. Sometimes it's just stuff just jumps out in the mix a little too much.
Girl, something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend.
Although that's still pretty loud. I will gain it down just a little bit. And it's also, he's got, Banks is using Neumann. I can't remember which one he used on this. He bought a bunch of good mics. Those Neumanns are great, but they will pick up everything. It's like sometimes too much.
Size diamond, dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded.
I'm going to bring that up a little bit too.
Nice size diamond, dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's see what he findin'. Run this shit, big checks, yeah, we signin'. Back in the days, had so many.
Yeah, all that can come up right there.
See what he findin'. Run this shit, big checks, yeah, we signin'. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flash. This shit, big checks,
see
yeah,
you,
we
Michael. Hang
signin'.
on a sec.
Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me big checks, yeah, we signin'. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy, but you look at signin'. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. Had so many whips, nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy. Many whips, nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. Assy. Very special, that's what shorty is to me. Pimpin' never lost a step, breast is history. The axe how I do it, gotta be a mystery, cause he's so original, gotta be.
I feel like a lot of that could just come up, generally speaking. Bring all of this up. Except for that loud word there. And I know people want to jump into using plugins and all that right off the bat. This is the boring stuff I do at the beginning of my mixing. The other thing I do a lot is I look at phase. Not on this one. He doesn't have that many instruments going on. If there was an 808 and a kick and all that, you can use EQs and all that, but I'm looking at really practical stuff. How things align. Is there some phase and polarity issues and stuff like that? That's way more important than worrying about plugins or EQs. I literally would do a lot of work like this before I start grabbing plugins.
What are you
Although
doing
I did grab
with your...
plugins initially because I knew exactly what I wanted to do. With the vocals, it's just like... And the thing with the vocals is like, once again, if you could slam it in and there's like Vocal Writer and all that stuff, it's like, man, I don't like Vocal Writer. I don't like the choices it makes. I like to make my own choices. But a lot of it's just very practical volume stuff.
What are you doing with the Pro Tools buses?
The axe how I do it, gotta be a mystery, cause he's so.
What?
You couldn't hear me. I was talking. I had it on the wrong one. What are you doing with your Pro Tools buses?
Oh, so right now, not a whole lot. I've got all the instruments. Woohoo! There's 4 tracks, and that is going out on. Am I hearing? Kid, is that your mic? Is that your mic still on?
Oh, sorry.
You turned on your fan, I think. I hear your fan running.
I did turn on my fan.
Yeah. So the drums are going out of a bus that is called Instrument Master. they come into an auxiliary return that is my vocal instrument master, and I'm using, got a little glue compressor on here. I'm just using this Kush Audio UBK compressor. I'm barely hitting it. As it gets going, that little needle there will kind of come up just a little bit, and this green light will flash. And same thing with the vocals. All the vocals are going to go into this auxiliary return. So it's got vocal master, and then they all go into the master fader, and then there's a Universal Audio Shadow Hills, and basically another glue compressor, so that now those two are being compressed teeny bit together, and then there's a limiter on it. Now, in the vocal side of things, I have the 3 main hook vocals. They each have a de-esser on them on the individual track, because I don't want to put a de-esser on all 3 of them together. Some of them might not line up, so you don't want like one vocal activating de-esser on everybody. So if I'm going to do like a group vocal thing like this, they're each going to get their own de-esser. I've got a distressor compressor on each vocal, once again, because each one's going to have slightly different dynamic. And then I like to use this Lo-Fi plugin in Pro Tools a lot. It literally, I don't know why they call this thing Lo-Fi. It doesn't, to me, to make something sound Lo-Fi with this plugin is actually a lot of work. But this little button right here, this knob distortion, I'm barely turning it up. I'm on 0.4. It's adding a little bit of saturation to it. Oh, I just realized I probably need to turn this down a little bit, though. And so now so all these 3 vocals are kind of getting their own treatment. Then they go into their own auxiliary, their own master. And I'll probably end up I had this on for a minute, but I thought I was hitting it too hard. So there's another compressor that kind of grabs them all together. And that is kind of like, it's a combination. It's kind of gluing, but it's also hyping. But his vocals are pretty out front anyway. So I'm going to leave that turned off for right now. I kind of put it on, and then it's like, I think I'm overreacting. But that's it right now. Now, at some point, I'll put some effects on his vocals. So there'll be like a reverb over here on the vocal side. That will be included in the vocal master. And the instruments will have they've got their own reverb. There's like an auxiliary return here for their reverb. They're in the instrument master. Not so much on this song, but a lot of songs, if there's kind of a general reverb for the song, like I want them to sound like they're in this big stadium or something like that, I'll use the same reverb on the instruments as the vocals as a general reverb. There'll be a little bit of tweaking, but I just duplicate it, but it's literally kind of the same sound on both sides of that. And then maybe there's like, something happens in a bridge or on a guitar that it'll have its own delay and all that. I hope that answers the question.
How many outputs are you feeding into the console?
Oh, I'm not mixing on the console. You crazy?
Yeah,
Hell no.
That's what I thought.
No, so people think I have this console here. Oh, look. I think that, whoa. A lot of my cameras are frozen. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, I'm waving. Hold on a sec.
No, that's definitely frozen.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on here today. That's all. Hold on, let me reactivate that. Let me see. Can I reactivate? It's also this damn computer, man. It's like, hold on.
Billy uses
There we go.
2 computers. He's got one running the audio, and he's got a PC doing the live stream.
Yeah, hold on. I'm fixing things now. Oh wait, where was that? That's my left. Am I on left? Yeah. And wow, that's so weird. Sometimes things will freeze up. Hold on. My gear. Oh, look at that. That's an action shot right there.
Action shot.
Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
What the hell's going on? Oh, hold on. I'm not a PC guy. Like, PCs drive me kind of nuts. And I have this issue where I keep plugging and I don't know. I'm a Mac guy. So it's like I often have to like keep unplugging shit and plugging them back into.
We can't hear you.
Don't worry, I wasn't saying anything intelligent. Hold on. It might also be that it's been a really long day. I've been working for a really long time. Oh, there we go. Boom. I'm moving again.
Yes. Now, the rest of this question said, are you using a competent EQ there, and is that the chain you always use? But that has to do with the console, right?
Oh, yeah, back to the console. So, and put up that video again, Kit, for anybody wondering.
Yeah.
I spent years mostly using, a setup here, but I was just using this Avocet studio controller, like, just to listen to the switch speakers and stuff like that. But my history is mostly with having a console. And at my other studio, The Zone, where I did a lot of records, I have a 32-channel version of this board. But I would just kind of like use it mainly for monitoring. But then I got up here and I started doing more bands again. And it's just a real struggle to do some of those things just using an interface, even if you have software and stuff like that. And, like this Universal Audio Apollo, it can do a lot of stuff, but there's something about having a mixer. So I got this mixer. Well, I got a really good deal on it. But what is cool about it is that it's one of the main things I use it for is this stream. So I'm doing my music on the Mac. It's coming in the board. It's coming into 2 channels on the board, and that's going to the PC. But also like my microphone here that I'm talking into, Crystal's microphone upstairs. I have a lav mic because sometimes during certain streams I'm walking around. So I have a wireless lav mic that comes in here. Then sometimes my friend Harper is here running cameras. He's got a mic. But the other thing that's cool is this board has 24 mic pre's on it. Of course, I'm using a few channels here, but there's 16 over here that are dedicated for sessions. So if I have a band here, I've got a ton of mic pre's. I could actually do a band for the most pretty much with my outboard mic pre's. But sometimes I just, if I'm doing drums and I just want to put up a stupid amount of mics, I can use these on the board. And here's what's interesting. I can actually, I could use the board for multiple things, but they're not actually mixed together. It's called a mixer, but I can literally use all of these for mic pre's and going into Pro Tools or Ableton, and it have nothing to do with the stream. It's hard to explain. But it's also great for headphone mixes. So if I got a band here and we're doing a session in Pro Tools and they want different headphone mixes, I can use the extra outputs on the Apollo. Instead of just a stereo mix, I can run out like kick drum, snare drum, vocal, some stems type things as we're tracking into this board. This thing's got 8 auxiliary outputs. So I can literally send these to I've got 3 different headphone amps, right? Actually, now I have 4. So if the drummer wants to hear more click and his kick drum really loud, I can give that to him, whereas the guitarist wouldn't hear that. That's the great thing about having this board. Technically speaking, you could do it in the console app on Apollo, kind of. It would be a pain in the ass. However, having said all that, now that I've got this here and I've got my 16-track analog machine over here working, I've made this decision that I'm actually going to be doing some songs completely in analog, and I'm trying to catch up on stuff.
For that YouTube video.
It is going to have, we'll probably live stream some of that, but I do intend to do a complete song, not in the computer. I'll be using the computer to stream, but I'll be recording the tape. We'll be going through this board, and we're going to mix to analog, and that's it. The only digital part of it will be the stream. I know one song is going to be with Al Capone from Memphis. Al Capone is one of my really good friend. I've known him for a long time. And he's going to bring in his MPC, and we're going to do the MPC old school. We're going to sync it up to tape. And he's like, man, I got to figure out how to do song mode. We're going to do it all old school. So we're going to actually we're going to make a beat on the MPC, drop it to tape, and we'll do all the vocals. And then another session, another song, we're going to do live drums. I know the drummer I want to use. I got to write a song, and I got to see what other musicians I can bring in. I know I'm going to do 2 of them, and I don't have my lav mic on, but I could show, I guess I could, hold on. Okay, actually, I can do this. Hold on. Okay. Now, you should be able to hear me. Whoops. Not getting a lot of work done right now, but what the hell, I've been working all day. Okay, so let's see if you can see this. It's going to be dark. All right. Can y'all see anything? God, it's so dark over here.
That's really
Hold
dark.
on. Now, I got a light somewhere. Where's my damn light? I've been filming all day. All my gear's all over the damn... Oh, wait a sec. I got this. Hold on. Oh, now that's going to be a pain in the butt. Where did I put my damn... Hold on.
Miss Jilly asks, what lav mic do you use? It's the one that was in the bottom of the box, all jumbled up with some other stuff. Yeah, Billy got the lav mic from, I guess you call it a rummage sale, almost.
Yeah, it was a school that went out of business. And, hold on.
So, I mean, it works. It works. But, yeah, that's on the list of things to get at some point is a better lav mic.
There we go. Yeah, so the lab mic is a Shure, no, it's a Sennheiser, but it was kind of beat up. I think the actual broadcasting unit I think is pretty good. Okay, so I don't know if y'all can hear me. There is my 16-track machine. Is it plugged in? No, it's not plugged in. But this is what I'll be doing the analog sessions on. As you can see, let me get out of the way of the light here. There are the heads. Just recently had some work done on it. It should all be working. Oh, I still got to roll it. I was showing somebody tape. In case y'all haven't seen tape before. This is 1-inch tape. I can't even see the screen. Is this showing up?
Yes, we can see the tape.
Yeah, so this is 1-inch tape.
If you point the camera slightly further down. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is 1-inch tape. I could record 16 tracks on here. And a reel of tape like this runs at 30 inches per second, so it's a little more hi-fi. That meant I could get 15 minutes of music. I could record 15 minutes of music on each of these reels right here. But yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. And since I got the camera out, I might as well show the rest of the damn gear here. There's my Avalons. There's my Apollo Quad. I've got a Apogee Rosetta 800. It's a 8-channel interface, so it's got like light pipes in 8 more channels. Then I've got a master clock, a Big Ben master clock that kind of syncs those together. 2 Avalons. I've got an old Roland digital delay here. Oh, I thought it was plugged in. This is an old digital delay that I really like down here. And then my Yamaha Rev 7, which is plugged in because I actually use this sometimes. Love this reverb. And now that I guess my lighting's a little better. Yeah, there's my rack there. The studio is a mess because I've been working. It's a freaking goddamn mess right now.
And yeah, Michael pointed out that's a Big Ben.
Yeah. But, oh my God, it's been just crazy the last few days.
Justin had a question. Hey, Billy. Whoops, it moved. When you're mixing a rock band, what's your process? Like, where do you usually start? How do you move through the mix? And if something feels off, what do you go back to first?
Hold on, I'm resetting this mic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This mic. It's got a built-in infrared sensor with a noise gate on it. Well, I mean, I'll do a quick rough mix. So let me answer this. People ask me, where do I start? I'll start somewhere, but that doesn't mean I get it done and then just move on to something else. I will basically start on drums and bass, right? Well, actually, let me put it this way, and this is true for all songs. I start in the loudest section of the song on all music. Always start in the loudest section. And then I work backwards from there because I want to see where I'm going to be hitting the hardest, the most intense, the loudest section with the most instruments. Then I'll go through and first thing I do is if something sounds really bad, if I just right off the bat go, oh my God, the bass is messed up, but the vocals are terrible, I'll get a rough mix and I'll go address that. I address the things that suck the most first. Once I kind of generally get them. They don't have to be perfect, but I'd like maybe there's an acoustic guitar and it's just like, oh my God, this is boomy as hell. Let me dip some of that out or put a Pro Q3 on it or something like that. Once I take care of the disasters, I will go and kind of work on drums and get them, about halfway there. And then the bass. I'm always working on the drums and the bass. Then I'll jump to guitars. But I'm constantly popping the vocals in and out. And that's the thing. I don't... Typically, I'm not going to work on something and just finish it all. But to me, I kind of spend a lot of time on the rhythm section, making sure that's pumping really good, and then get the vocals to blend. I tried for a long time mixing the vocals first, but it's kind of like I can make vocals fit in almost anything, but trying to make the instruments fit the vocals, like the instruments are the bed, right? So that's kind of it. But if you actually really watched me, like this is different right now. I'm just kind of setting it up, and it's a pretty straight ahead mix. There's nothing weird. Vocals sound pretty damn good. The instruments are pretty cool. I got an idea about the kick drum, and I don't know if I'll get to that tonight because he's got a lot of low end on it. I got a little trick I want to do on it, but some of the other stuff that gets more complicated, you'll see me spend a lot of time on drums, and then I'll be hours later working on vocals, and I'll go back and like hit the low end on the snare drum or whatever, because once you start mixing things, they all interact together. For instance, in rock and roll, we're talking about rock and roll. Here's a really weird thing. Mid-range. Mid-range is so important. So guitars have typically guitars, electric guitars, got good mid-range. Like a lot of the action's in the mid-range. But vocals have mid-range. Snare drum has mid-range. And this weird thing will happen where sometimes if you start messing with a certain frequencies in the mid-range on the electric guitars, it'll make it seem like your snare drum has more mid-range or the vocals. It's this weird thing, man. So you get into it and like, oh, now the snare drum sounds mid-rangey, but it's like, oh, you're just doing something with the mid-range on the electrics and it's doing something with the snare drum, and it literally will make it sound like another instrument has more mid-range or less mid-range. So then once you start getting into it, I'm jumping around. But generally speaking, it's drums and bass as I'm checking other things. I know that's a long answer.
Well, and I don't know if you kind of really touched on this, Michael's saying, but what about getting like the bass to fit, that they really struggle with that?
Well, the first thing about bass, and this always surprises people, I rarely boost low frequencies on any bass instruments, except for the kick drum. If you were watching this earlier, like I'm boosting, this is one of my little tricks. I do it all the time. I'm boosting 121 hertz on here. Usually I'm slightly lower. I just want, and this is across all types of music. I want the kick drum, because I started on drums. I want that kick drum to hit my chest on these Yamahas right here. These are the white speakers. Those are Yamahas. They don't have a ton of low end, but they go low enough like they should represent what you're going to hear on a maybe to some degree earbuds or a cheaper system. And I'll boost that. But I am normally pulling low frequencies on basses, 808s, whatever. I've mixed a lot of huge rap records, and people are like, your low end's great. What's funny is I am usually pulling low end from 808s and basses and all that. And the reason is because what makes it hard to control is that usually there's some frequency in there that's just going to blow shit up. In your typical 808s and all that, it's generally around 51 hertz, 50 hertz. It's just something there. And I've found that just generally speaking on a lot of that, if I just pull out a little bit of 51 hertz, 2 dB, it just helps, right? On a bass guitar, as the bass, you got to understand the physics of a bass guitar. As somebody's playing on different parts of the neck, but also different strings, the frequency response is going to change. So if they're playing down on the E string a lot and they go to the A string, that A string is typically not going to have as much low end, right? And so I'm paying a lot of attention to that. So I'll pull the boominess on the lower notes. But you know what that means? It means I can turn up the bass. Same with 808s. If you got, especially if you got an 808 that's like changing pitch and all that, there's going to be certain notes that just jump out of the speaker and blow your speakers up, right? So you got a couple choices. You can either like put a Pro Q3 on it, or you can automate it. I've literally gone on certain songs and split up the 808 onto different tracks depending on the note, and literally EQ'd the certain notes differently. And then I can do whatever I want. But to me, basically speaking, I'm looking for what is blowing up the speakers. What notes, like when I'm working on a bass part, especially bass, and if it's an acoustic bass, like a stand-up bass, holy crap, those are nightmares. Those things, like the bass player in the String Dusters, there's a couple albums I did where he'd be playing and then he would hit on the A string, which is the second lowest string, and he would hit a C, which is third fret up, 65 hertz, approximately. It would literally be 12 dB louder than all the other notes on his bass. It was a nightmare. He did that scene. So it was back before Pro Q3, so I would literally cry mixing that stuff. So I'd have to automate down every time he hit the C, or I'd divide it up. Now with the Pro Q3, which is amazing, I find that frequency, and then you can do that dynamic EQ where it pushes down that frequency. Same with electric bass. I'm looking for the boomy stuff. Same with the 808s. And with a lot of EDM stuff, if you really look at the kick drum and you're watching it on an analyzer, what's interesting, the bass hits and then it rolls down. So it goes, boom, there's a slight pitch drop. What happens a lot of time is as it's dropping, it actually gets slightly louder. And it's like, well, my speakers are blowing up. Well, it's not the initial hit. It's this thing a split second louder. So I'll listen and I'll go, oh, it's actually right around here. So I'll kind of look around for that thing and I'll duck that down a little bit. And then the other thing is, because I'm often boosting, like I said, I've got this like somewhere between 110 hertz and 122, 23 hertz. I'm boosting on a kick drum. I make sure that the bass is not barking there. Like if I get I always think of it as barking. It's like, it's like this, like a big dog barking, right? And sometimes that's cool on the bass, but I want to make sure it's not clashing with a kick drum. I rarely do any side chaining on the bass. Oh, I side chain my bass to the kick drum so it gets out of the way. But here's the problem. When you do that, you're removing the attack of the bass. I will literally nudge bass parts slightly back behind the kick drum when I'm mixing. I don't tell anybody I'm doing it. It just sounds better. But if you're working with a really great bass player, a lot of those guys kind of play behind the drums anyway. So you could side chain it, and sometimes I do use side chaining for other stuff. But that's another thing too. Like if you make the bass slightly behind the kick drum, you're good. So I'll listen through, and I was like, oh, and then I'll look at it. I was like, oh, just need to nudge that one back. But also, like if you're thinking about kick drums and 808s, comes down to the phase. So, and I can't really show you on this one because this is all just. He's got his kick and his 808 kind of mixed together. But if you look at these waveforms here, you might have like, oh, my screen's doing weird stuff. Your kick drum's going like that, but your 808 is actually going in the opposite direction when it hits, depending on the note. That'll literally phase out frequencies. You'll lose low end. So sometimes on those kind of songs, I'll go through and look at all the 808s and make sure I'll find how do they line up with a kick drum that sounds good. And sometimes I'm moving it like a millisecond, maybe less. Makes all the difference in the world. You could get into EQs, you can do all that stuff, but there's some fundamentals here. Like if Banks had an 808 in this, I would have spent the whole part of the mix doing this, going like, let me turn on my tab. Yeah, I'd be tabbing, like going, and I would have the 808 down. I'd be listening, and I'd be going, I'd just check it out, and then I would listen, and then every time I'd hear something, I'd move in and I'd go, oh, okay, that one's off. And it's not so bad now with computers. Everything's pretty accurate. But back in the old days when we were doing this MPCs, the MPCs would drift a little bit, so you had to go note by note. I know that's a long answer, but it kind of comes down to physics. Because low frequencies are huge. And I need to actually get a measurement on this, but
Yeah, when you say huge, you mean like literally physically huge.
yes, they are physically huge. So if you think about, oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. Actually, let me do something here real quick. Oh, that was, okay, I see what that is. So if you think about frequency, so a low frequency, an A is 55 hertz. That means there's 55 ups and downs per second. If you start getting a little lower than that, these waveforms, literally, they're like this, and they're moving through the room. Some of these notes, the waveform from the time it goes up, down, and then comes back up to the line is 20 feet. These waveforms are 20 feet long, 15 feet long. Some of the higher frequencies, like hi-hats, they're like that long, right? So with a low end, especially in the room, you got a kick drum, you got a bass, got a lot of low end. That shit's, it's not just what's coming out on the speaker. Those notes are like, those waveforms are bouncing around the room and they're doing weird shit and they're like, and they're like canceling each other out and they're fighting each other. And they also kind of hang in the room. They actually will kind of hang in the air a little bit longer. So when I'm mixing, and this is not a great thing to demonstrate on because this is really straight ahead. And this is one of the reasons why I like mixing rap music sometimes, because it's like low end, snare, boom, done. But you get into things like my music, where I've got a million things in there, and rock bands, I do a lot of high pass filtering. And what I mean by that, it's like high pass filtering is basically I'm letting the higher frequencies pass like that, right? High pass, boom. Those, everything above there is passing, right? And so sometimes on a mix, if I take out the bass and the kick drum, you're like, oh, it's not gonna be thin, but there's no sub down there. So on a lot of instruments, sometimes there's it's weird. If you actually go through and listen to your mix, something you're mixing, you'll hear keyboards, you'll hear things. And especially if you look at it at an analyzer, there's stuff down there that ain't making any sound. Like nothing's fundamental to the instrument. Like even on vocals, for instance, I high pass on my vocals. Well, it's not going to be on here. And these actually sound really, really good. But vocals, there's generally nothing worthwhile below 100 hertz. So I'm typically high passing all my vocals at 100 hertz, because sometimes there's things down there that you don't really want. Same with like certain instruments. Sometimes guitars got some stuff down there, so I take all that shit out of there. You got to be careful because you can take it too far. But I'm leaving all that space open for the bass and the kick drum. What the hell was I? Did I went off on something?
I think you got it.
I don't think I'm getting much mixing done.
I was gonna say, I mean, if you needed to get back to that, I think we got questions for now. Hey, Cadabras.
Okay.
Go shopping for diamonds, nigga tryna jewel up like shining. All they can do is look up. There's the uppercut. I got.
Oh yeah. I was balancing these vocals out.
Shoes all be feel so cold, take some off. Come close, freezing them, can't stop it, some cough. If you shining, there's some shit you can vibe to. Chain bigger than the nigga death. Feel so cold, take some off.
Michael, you're
come
fine.
Close, freezing
Tonight
them, can't
we're doing
stop
some
it, some
questions and
cough.
stuff.
If you shining, there's some shit you can vibe to. Chain bigger than the nigga death. Fucking. Come close, freezing them, can't stop it, some cough. If you shining, there's some shit you can vibe to. Chain bigger than the nigga death, fucking 5'2". Big banks doing it, follow the fucking leader. Hey, your temperature high, more than 1 or 2 a fever. My niggas, we paid, stopping some cough. If you shining, there's some shit you can vibe to. Chain bigger than the can't stop it, some cough. If you shining, there's some shit you can vibe to. Chain bigger than the nigga death, fucking 5'2". Big banks doing it, follow the fucking leader. Hey, your temperature high, more than 1 or 2 a fever. My niggas, we paid, don't worry about dues on the bright pay. We about to laugh and it follow the fucking leader. Hey, your temperature high, more than 1 or 2 a fever. My niggas, we paid fucking leader. Had your temperature high, more than 102 a fever. My niggas, we fucking leader. Had your temperature high, more than 102 a fever. My niggas, we paid, don't worry about dudes. Had your temperature high, more than 102 a fever. My niggas, we paid, don't worry about dudes. On the bright shit high, more than 102 a fever. My niggas, we paid, don't worry about dudes. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was hard, 102 a fever. My niggas, we paid, don't worry about dudes. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was harder than the motherfucker making through the struggle. The one who made it through barriers is the one who hustled. Now 102 a fever. My niggas, we paid, don't worry about dudes. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was harder than the motherfucker making through the struggle. The one who made it through barriers is the one who hustled. Now I can chill like a real boss poster. You a chicken. My niggas, we paid, don't worry about dudes. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was harder than worry about dudes. On the bright day, we bout laugh. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was harder than the about dudes. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was harder than the motherfucker making through the struggle. The one who made it through barriers is the one who. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was harder than the motherfucker making through the struggle. The one who made it through barriers is the one who hustled. Now I can chill like a real. On the bright day, we bout laugh at you. It was harder than the motherfucker making through the struggle. The one who made it through barriers is the one who hustled. Now I can chill like a real boss poster. You a chicken nigga, don't make me post. They say I'm flashy.
That's enough clip gain for now. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna keep those clean tracks up there for now. Let's turn the compressors back on.
Breast, this is Jaree. The ask how I do it gotta be a mystery. Cause he's so original, gotta be feeling me. Cause imitators could've never ever reached this her Archie. Killing them every way, how could they mock me? Gold all over, but a nigga ain't Trinidad. Cause I was swamp at mines, why you getting mad? I can't even pronounce the watch I got, but it costs price so high, it'll make your head lost. Say how I lost it, but I ain't losing step. I'm killing these niggas to definition. Yeah. So. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. Lost. Step.
I can hear some headphone bleed through.
Lost. Step.
Yeah, let's get rid of that. Somebody's headphones were loud. Yeah. Get rid of all that stuff there.
Look. Shook. Browse. Damn. Broken. Browse. Damn. Frown, see it in my brows. Hurt hot, keep your head up, so I hold it down. Damn. Broken. Proper. Doctor. Whoo. Signing. Whips. Sick. People. Archie. Mark me. Being mad, why? Lost. Step. Depth. Self. Nah. Ashy. But you look at. Gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga tryna jewel up. What? Light shining, all they can do is look up. Look. There's the uppercut, I got these niggas all shook up. Used to look down and frown, see it in my brows. Herb hot, keep your head up, so I hold it down. Damn. Nigga lost for time, sometimes I feel broken. Need a little ice, cause my hands feel broken. Call a few dollars, had the boy looking proper. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's see what he find it. Run this shit, big checks, yeah, we signed it. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy, but you look ashy. Where he find it, run this shit, big checks, yeah, we signed it. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. Doing it big, a nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga tryna jewel up. What? Light shining, all they can do is look up. Look. There's the uppercut, I got these niggas all shook up. Used to look down and frown, see it in my brows. Herb hot, keep your head up, so I hold it down. Damn. Nigga lost for time, sometimes I feel broken. Need a little ice, cause my hands feel broken. Call a few dollars, had the boy looking proper. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's see where he find it. Run this shit, big checks, yeah, we signed it. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. Doing it big, a nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga tryna jewel up. What? Light shining, all they can do is look up. Look. There's the uppercut, I got these niggas all shook up. Used to look down and frown, see it in my brows. Herb hot, keep your head up, so I hold it down. Damn. Nigga lost for time, sometimes I feel broken. Need a little ice, cause my hands feel broken. Call a few dollars, had the boy looking proper. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's see where he find it. Run this shit, big checks, yeah, we signed it. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. But you look ashy. We could do it classy, or we could do it nasty. They say I'm flat. Feel so cold, take some off. To Archie, pulling the money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk. But you look ashy. Uppercut, I got these niggas all shook up. Used to look down and frown, see it in my brows. Herb hot, keep your head up, so I hold it down. Damn. Nigga lost for time, sometimes I feel broken. Need a little ice, cause my hands feel broken. Call a few dollars, had the boy looking proper. Discharged 3 times, I think I need a doctor. Give my girl something nice, a nice size diamond. Dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's see where he find it. Run this shit, big checks, yeah, we signed it. Back in the days, had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy, when he talk, but you look ashy. Money talk, money talk, money talk. fuck with you. Nah, money talk, money talk. 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 Money flowing, money talk, money rap. Screaming lame to the left, cause we ain't feeling that. Lost originality, sometimes not feeling rap. Big banks here, and you know I'm gonna bring it back. Jewels all be, feel so cold, take some off. Come close, freeze, make me brochure. Make me brochure. Money talk, money talk. 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 Make me brochure. Money talk, money talk. 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 Make me brochure. Money talk, money talk. 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 Make me brochure. Money talk, money talk. 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 I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. Make me brochure. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk.
I see you, Justin. I'll get there.
Make me brochure. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, money talk. But you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. They say I'm look ashy. Money talk, money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. Make me brochure. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, but you look ashy. Money talk. We could do it classy. Money talk. Or we could do it nasty. Money talk. They say I'm flashy. Money talk, but you look ashy. Money talk, money talk. Money talk, money talk. Money talk, money talk.
Question.
Money talk, money talk. Money talk, money talk.
Hey, that stuff ever get done cooking?
Yeah. I don't have sides to go with it. It's just the meat.
Do I look all purple?
I mean,
I look a little purple.
I guess.
Anyway, what was your question?
Well, Justin was just asking, what is the most counterintuitive trick you've discovered that can consistently make a rock mix sound better?
Counterintuitive. Hold on. Sorry, I don't like how I look purple. I think it's this huge shift. Hold on.
It's kind of hard for me to say because, oh man, now you do. Because of the angle that I look at this monitor, the colors are off.
Oh yeah, that thing's weird. Yeah, definitely I need to bring the hue shift back. Counterintuitive. Well, something Rusty Cobb told me once, another mixer and producer. It's worked a couple times, but he said sometimes if something's too distorted, if you actually add more distortion to it, it will work better. I don't know. Counterintuitive. Let me think about that. I mean, sometimes these questions are hard for me to answer because I never went to school for this and I taught myself. I've never actually seen a human being mix a song. I've never actually seen anybody mix a song in my life. I never worked at other studios. Nobody would let me in. You know, I think they would see me in the security camera and they're like, who's that guy? Oh, God, what the hell is that guy doing there? I saw a guy mix a song once for 5 minutes and he kicked me out of the studio. Okay, that was it. So I don't know, and well, that's a stumper there.
Justin, I think you got him.
Counterintuitive. But what does that mean?
Something that people wouldn't think of, like it's not intuitively something you'd think, oh yeah, that'll help us.
Okay. That's one way to... I mix, like right now, you guys can't tell how loud I'm mixing. Most of this I'm mixing... I could talk like this. You could be sitting right here and I could talk like this loud right here and you'd totally hear me fine. I'm mixing really quietly. I was turning it up earlier to kind of hear how things are hitting, but I actually mostly mix at a pretty low volume. That's one thing. Wow, boy. Hey, Thea Stone Music, what's going on? God dang it, man. How's that?
Oh, we lost you. You were moving away.
Could you just, I'm starving. I never had dinner. I just realized.
Yeah, you did. You ate those noodles.
Oh, was that dinner?
That was it.
Well, I do have chocolate, so I have a choice. I can either eat.
Would you like me to bring you down something to eat?
Oh, wow, look at this. It looks blue on the camera.
Wow. Hey, y'all, those are green.
Man, my color's all messed up here. Do I, like... Wow, look at that.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. It absolutely looks blue.
Yes. The answer is yes, babe.
Oh. Here.
The hell with the cat. Bring me some food. And just when you do that, turn off I can hear your fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. That is a... my God. I need to think about that. Intuitive. Jeez. Oh. There's Kumo. He is not enjoying that at all. Earlier I was a blue Hume. That's right.
Things had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. Money talk, money talk. 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 Very special, that's what shorty is to me. Pimpin' never lost a step, the breast is history. The axe how I do it, gotta be a mystery. Cause he's so original, gotta be feeling me. Cause some he's had so many whips. Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. Money talk, money talk. 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 We can do it classy. Money talk, money talk. Or we can do it nasty. Money talk, money talk. Very special.
You know, I got these Air plugins here, and I was using them last year, and then I thought my authorization turned off, and then I got in touch with the rep, and he's like, no, you're supposed to have them forever. I just made a mistake. But I was wondering if there's like some low like a low bass thing. I mean, I got other plugins to do it, and I got some, but I was just kind of wondering. I hadn't used these in a minute. They're actually really great plugins, but I normally mixing more rock stuff with these and pop. But I just can't remember. Probably for that bass, all I really need to do is something simple like this. I do have a little trick I might try, but I gotta mess around with something first. So I like this on bass. Let me get in my large speakers here and just crank this motherfucker for a second. Thank you. I'm just hungry. I gotta eat something. Sorry, folks, I'm starving. Oh, look at that. Oh my God.
Hey, mod scientist.
Dear girl, best friend, so I ain't minded. That's my best man, let's see what he find.
Yeah, I keep trying this plugin over and over again, and I never like it. Ooh, maybe I put that on here. .42 hertz or something like that. Hold on a sec. Where is it? Why do I always gotta search for this damn thing? Hold on. Search on EQ. God damn it. The fuck is this goddamn thing? There it is. So G. So that's going to be, I can never memorize this stuff. So 4899. So 49 hertz. Okay. 49. That's close.
Feel me? Yeah, big pace, y'all. You already know, yeah. No for doing the big, a nigga gon' pull up. Go shopping for diamonds, nigga tryna jewel up. Light shining, all they can do is look up. Look, there's the uppercut, I got these niggas all shook up. You should look down and up.
It's 73, like 36. Let's try 36. $37. All right, this is the first time I've used this plugin and liked it. Not bad. Pretty good. The kick drum sounds actually pretty damn good. I'm not... There's something down there I can't quite get with an EQ. It's very subtle. It's like the tail end of his kick drum. There's this extra low end. I just want to bring it out more. This is actually probably doing a better job than anything else. But I've tried this thing so many times and I keep going, a lot of these sub-harmonic generators just kind of suck. The other one I really like, but never for like this sort of thing. There's another one called, this is literally one of my favorite plugins of all time. But not for drums, but for bass guitar. This sucker right here. It's Big Bottom Pro. It'll distort your bass. It'll do some fucked up shit, but man, it sounds like it'll take like a DI bass, kind of make it sound like it's going through an amp. And it's pretty damn cool. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just throwing it up there. But not for drum, not for an 808. It's too distorted and, you know, it's got a lot of compression on it. But for a bass guitar, oh my God, this thing is freaking amazing. Oh, you know what? I was going to like show off this thing. You up there still, Kit? Oh, I guess she's done. Kit, I think you're...
No, I'm here. Oh, but my camera's not.
Hey, plug that in. I had thought I was charging it. I wasn't. I can hear your fan.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, charge it for a little while. I mean, I'm not going to work crazy late. I've got to get some sleep, but I do want to show these off.
I was going to tell you, what the fuck? That I'm probably going to dip out before too long here.
Well, before you go, come down here and say goodnight.
Okay.
I'm not going to be far behind you. I'm exhausted. I've been working. I started working at... Oh, I'm going on 14 hours now or more, something like that. But anyway. Okay, so check this out. I got hit up by this headphone. I get offers all the time in the mail, like, oh, well, we'll send you something to show on your channel or whatever. And most of it's just crap. Bad stuff. Everything, you know, bad earbuds, seeds, bath towels, sex toys, gardening equipment. Sometimes it's gear.
No joke.
Yeah, sex toys. And I did get hit up by a company that makes headphones. I looked them up. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And they wanted, but I don't want to make videos for them. I was like, well, I'll show it in a live stream. And they're like, okay, cool. And I looked them up. I was like, oh, it's a nice looking headphone. So they sent me these headphones.
Yeah, this is pretty neat.
Yeah, I did tell something for them. I don't normally do it, but I opened it. The package came today. It came in this case, and I'm like, oh my God, like it's got its own case. I'm like, huh.
Remember, we can't hear you.
I'm getting there. I'm getting towards the mic, and I don't even know how to describe it. Like, they're really big. They have these like special cables like that detach from the headphones. Hold on. Oh. You can't really see it. It's like literally mini XLRs. And the cable looks really expensive, right? So, and it's got like these magnetic attachments for the ear pieces. And there's 3 different sets in there. And I'm like, are they spares? But they're all slightly different. And I got to look over the manual a little bit more. Apparently, by switching out the earpieces, it actually kind of changes the sound. So I put them on. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to experience this. They're big, and they're very comfortable. So I put them on. Oh, look at this cable. Oh, yeah. He hit me up, and then it took weeks to get this thing together because I kept forgetting to check my email. But look at this cable. I mean, this is some high-quality stuff right here. And put them on, and it's like kind of crazy. They're real comfortable. Big, very big. But when I plug them in, I mean, I usually use, they're over there. I've got these like Audio-Technicas. They're pretty nice. I plug these in and they sound like my Hafler monitors. Like, no kidding. Literally, it sounds like my expensive studio monitors and headphones, which is blowing me away. And I've only been able to mess with these for a few minutes today. They're called Meze Audio, M-E-Z-E. I think they're from Germany. I don't even want to say what these cost because when they hit me up, I looked them up online and like their headphones, like the ones I saw were like $300, which is a little more than twice I normally pay for the headphones I use around the studio. These are called Elites. And that's all I'm going to say. Go look up the price yourself. Meze Elites. I'm wondering if did they send me the wrong headphones? But I think that these are like for audiophiles. But I looked them up and they're like, I think they're trying to compete with, what is it, Audio-Ease or Audies or whatever those headphones are cost that are super expensive for mixing. I think they're trying to compete with them. So I'm going to experiment with these. Actually, I was going to plug them in. I'm going to try it right now. Now that I'm working on the bass. Because I didn't really get a chance to try them out before the stream. Unfortunately, you won't be able to hear it. But, let me turn this off. Okay, now I want to listen on the big speakers, just to the 808. Curious, just kind of curious about how much. Actually, I'm going to turn up this a little bit. Of course, I've got a massive subwoofer under here, and that makes a big difference. So I'm just kind of curious, can these headphones distinguish? About to find out here. Yeah, it's crazy. It sounds like it's goddamn close to my Haflers, which is kind of blowing me away. It's like I'm hearing all that low end. I got to experiment with them a little bit more because it's got these other magnetically attachable like the cushions, the ear cushions that's supposed to change the sound. I should probably read the manual. But yeah, kind of crazy. You'll hear more about it.
It was wild when I tried them on because I haven't been able to listen to anything through them yet. But it's like I put them on, and of course they're super comfortable. But like the room sound got quieter, but it didn't muffle it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how that's possible. It was pretty neat.
Kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna work on this mix a little bit more, and then I'm gonna call it a night.
I mean, my camera's dead anyway. I might just bail.
All right. Well, Kit, why don't you go ahead and head out, turn off your mic, and
Yeah.
well, come down here.
down.
Yeah, come down.
Good night, y'all. Yeah, it just needs a little bit. Just needs a little bit extra in there because the kick's kind of
pumping already. I don't need this damn limiter. I don't need this. I don't need my little low frequency trick. Kick sounds pretty good. I haven't done anything to the snare. Actually, I can turn that off. And
Nigga getting colorblind, puke make me sick. They say I'm flashy, money talk, but you look ashy. Money talk, we can do it classy. Money talk, or we can do it nasty. Money talk, they say I'm flashy. Money talk, but you look ashy. Money talk, we can do it classy. Money talk, or we can do it nasty. Money talk, very special. That's what shorty is to me. Pimpin' never lost a step. Breast is history. The ask how I do it, gotta be a mystery. Cause he's so original, gotta be a feeling me. Cause imitators could've never ever reached this her Archie. Killing them everywhere.
good night. Say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to probably call it a night myself, too. Just wanted to get started on the mix and stuff like that. Got some of the work out of the way. And Banks, I'm going to try to get this to you in the next couple days. I can probably... I'm probably going to call you, too. I got a couple questions. And... oh, hold on. Let me mute this. I think I'm still hearing something from upstairs. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll probably give you a call tomorrow. Yeah, dude, Paul, isn't that crazy? I'm wondering, like, did they send me the right headphones? I think they're trying to compete for mixers because, like, some of the, expensive studio mixing headphones are in the $4,000 and $5,000 range. And so I think I'm going to experiment with these while I'm mixing, and I'll try. I've never really mixed with headphones before, but now that I've got these, I guess I'll give it a shot, That's what they're designed for. I'm pretty blown away that they just sent them to me. But it's, it's a competitive world, so kind of crazy. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to be doing more of these late night mixing things because I've got to finish mixing the Rehab album. I got this. I've got another. Oh, God, I got it. There was something I was supposed to bounce down. I got one tweak to send to a client. I'll try to do that in the morning. But, yeah, it's been fun. And hope I could answer all of y'all's questions. Just, follow on Twitch. Hit subscribe on YouTube. There'll be more coming. I'm working on this studio tour video. There's going to be, this is going to be probably a 45-minute long video, man. I'm going into a lot of detail. That's going to happen. But in the meantime, y'all take it easy. Have a good evening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. And always be unique. I will see you later. Bye. Oh, there's Casey. Bye. Take 2. Take 3. Take 4. Take 5. Take whatever.